You can't move your pinky toe, bruh. If you think you can, I'm calling you a liar. You can't do it. You can't do it. And if you think you can, send me a video on IG right now of you moving your pinky toe, and I will make, in my next video, I'm gonna shout you out. I'm not gonna post the video because that might be embarrassing for you. But I'm gonna shout you out and say, you know what, I was wrong. This guy, this girl can move their pinky toe independently by itself, no other toe. I must see no other toes motion. If I see motion from any other toe, including the fourth toe, you are disqualified, and I might just block you for wasting my time. Unless you have some pretty toes and you're a woman, in which case. Okay. Feeling like Tupac right now. Only 40 to 45% of the world, the entire globe, 8 billion people, can speak more than one language fluently. I don't know about you watching this video, but me, your boy, Roscoe ASMR, I can speak 2 languages completely fluently. The first language is English, of course. My English is completely fluent. The second language, can you guess what it is? Correct. French. Pause on this, by the way, just pause. Pause. In high school, in secondary school, I got a D in French. Pause. For those that don't know, a D is a fail. I failed French. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm about to do this. Miss Colley, Madame Reeves, if you're watching this video, I hope that you are genuinely. If you're watching this video, I can't cuss in the first however many minutes of a YouTube video, but you, Madame Reeves, are the biggest hater I've ever seen in my life. I've seen haters, Arsenal haters, I've seen a bunch of haters. You, Madame Reeves, the biggest hater I've ever seen. Let me tell you guys a story. In French GCSE, right, the entire class was cheating in the written assignment. Guys, I'm out of character right now. The entire class was cheating in that test. What you would do, you would have your phone between your legs, or like a piece of paper between your legs, and you would just basically just copy down what you're supposed to write in the test. It was basically a predetermined written part that we had to just write in the test, and that can prove that we can speak French or write French, whatever. Madame Reeves, Miss Colley, before she got married, is that doxing? I don't know if that's doxing. It's just her name, it's not an address. She sat me right in front of her and watched me. This woman watched me for the entire exam, bro. Yo. I couldn't move. I was so stuck. I wrote like 3 words. I was like, oh my god, like I can't even. This woman was like these. For the 1 hour that this went on for, I think the woman blinked a total of like 12 times, and I'm not even joking. She didn't take her eyes off me. There were certain students putting up their hand for questions. She answered them by this. She points to them like this. Yeah, what do you want? Still looking directly at me. Oh, miss, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll talk after the test. I need to focus on this little nigga. Oh, my. So, long story short, that's why I can speak French fluently. Je m'appelle Roscoe. That's all I got. Roughly 10% of people are left-handed, making it a natural minority trait. Shout out to you lefties. Rafael Nadal is a lefty. Lerner Tien is a lefty. Lionel Messi is a lefty. Some of the best athletes we've ever seen are left-footed or left-handed. There's just something about left-handed or left-footed people, isn't there? It's like they see the world in a very cool and complex and different way. They approach stuff differently. They see angles that us righty-tighties don't see, can't really see. They can exploit angles that us righty-tighties can't really exploit. There are disadvantages, however. If a lefty was writing from left to right, and this is the way we normally write in English, in Arabic it's the other way, but in English we write from lefty-loosey to righty-tighty. You know, they get a little bit of dirt right here. That's quite a disadvantage in life. But other than that, they're just pretty cool. 10%. I think this stat is probably like similar to the brown eyes stat, where pretty much most of the world has brown eyes, and green eyes are like the rarest eye color ever. If you are left-handed and you can speak more than one language fluently, I feel like you are literally like God's gift on earth. You are so unique. You are a unicorn. Righty-tighty though for life. Right-handed folks, shake my hand. That's how you shake, because you lefties, when you meet each other, you shake your left to your left. That's weird. You know, they say shaking the left hand is a bad omen and whatnot. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I never shake with the left. In certain Arabic places, they actually, when they use lota, they actually use their left hand, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, us righties, we treat the left hand like it's something negative, but damn, like I love my left hand. It's a good hand, very strange hand though, it's just so weak. But it looks good though, I guess. Only around 1% of people are truly ambidextrous, wow, and can use both hands equally well. Like I was saying about my left hand, have you ever tried to throw something with your left hand? So let's say you're righty-tighty. Have you ever tried to throw an object with your left hand? It is the most ick-giving thing you could do ever. Just go ahead, record yourself trying to throw something with your left hand. If you're a lefty-loosey, try to throw something with your right hand. According to this, 99% of us would look like don't show your girlfriend or boyfriend. In fact, I don't know how many people are watching this that might have someone that they are trying to, this might sound bad, but they're trying to get rid of. Maybe there's a girl that you want to break up with you. Maybe there's a guy that you want to break up with you. You just want to be unshackled, free from their loving gaze. Just send them a clip of you throwing something with your offhand, and I'm positive, I can almost guarantee that the next day you're gonna get hit with that "we need to talk." That text message has never in the history of mankind never been followed with a nice romantic conversation. It always ends in a train wreck. Once you get those words in sequential order, "we need to talk," 4 words. Perfect Hadouken. And it's all because 99% of us are not truly ambidextrous. You're either righty-tighty like me, or you're a lefty-loosey. Again, this is a cool hand, it's decent. About 20 to 30% of people can raise one eyebrow independently. I am in that minority. So just like the first thing where I can speak more than one language fluently, English and French, I can also lift one of my eyebrows this in years, so I've completely forgot the feeling. But look, wait, oh my god. It probably looks crazy. I don't want to look at the viewfinder because I might have given myself the ick and just stopped recording and not uploaded for you guys. And that wouldn't have been cool. But yes, funnily enough, this is so weird. The left side of my face, I can move this eyebrow independently, but this eyebrow, I cannot. But this is the right side of my face, and I'm right-handed. My right side is my dominant. I'm right-footed and right-handed. But this side of my face, it doesn't. It cannot react to me. I cannot tell it to do something independently and it respond to my commands from my brains. My brains, it just doesn't seem to work. How many of you can raise your eyebrows independently? Well, they said one eyebrow, so like, I guess you only need to do one, but both is like, if 20% and 30% can only do one, if you can do both independently, you must be like in the minority, bruh, like me. Tupac, this one's crazy. Fewer than 15% of people can roll their tongue into a tube shape. This one is one of them ones that feels fake because to me, it's so easy. In a way, your mouth can do it for you. You just need to relax your tongue in a way, and then your mouth does it. Now, I don't know if I can do it without it being a pause. So I will do it, but I won't show you guys. You just gotta believe me that I can do it. But it's so simple. There's a version of it where people can make like really, they can do it like twice with their tongues, and they could do like multiple. It looks absolutely crazy. I can understand if less than 15% of people can do that, because that's like really weird. But there's a really basic, simple tongue roll. Is like, how can you not do that? Now, if that's you, then that's tough, because I am sending a shot at you. This is a stray. Yes, you are correct. I don't understand why you can't do it. Maybe it's your jeans, but your jeans, all you need to do is put them in the washing machine and wash them a bit and let them smell fresh. Once your jeans smell fresh, I'm sure you'll be able to roll your tongue. It's just a little bit of practice. Go ahead, try it. Try it. For all the people that before this video couldn't roll their tongue, and they just tried to roll their tongue and they still can't roll their tongue. Honestly, I don't really understand you, people like you. Shout out to you guys. I like you guys, but like, why can't you roll your tongues? How many of you guys can wink? Can you wink? Or are a lot of you guys like Rihanna, who cannot wink as much as she tries to, convince us that she can? She cannot wink. She blinks. Yes, Rihanna blinks. I can wink, look. Funny enough, like I said, this side of my face cannot respond to me, but this is the eye that I can wink with. I cannot wink independently with this eye, but this eyebrow can move independently, and I cannot move this eyebrow independently. My whole face is just mash up, bro. Dead face is like so strange. Some parts of this face, some parts of this side respond to me, some parts of this side respond to me, some parts of this side don't respond to me, some parts of this side don't respond to me. It's like, bro, can I just do what I want? That used to be my motto back in sixth form. I do what I want. Now I can't do anything. Yo, wink, okay? Can't wink. Yo, raise your eyebrow. If you can't roll your tongue into a U shape, the classic you need to work on that and come back to me if you can eventually do it. Go to the comments and be like, yo, because of you, Roscoe, I've been training a lot, and bro, after 90 days of blood, sweat and tears, I can finally roll my tongue into a U shape. Great. Your reward. I'm not going to tell you your reward because you might not want to do it anymore because the reward might be dead, but I think you should just try. Go work on yourself. The 10% of people can wiggle their ears without touching them. What? Now that's crazy. See, I've never attempted to do this, but I feel like when I was younger, it's either I could do this or it's that someone I knew could do it, and that made me think that I could do it. I'm just remembering wrong, because right now at my age, I can't do it. I think my sister can do it and one of my cousins could do it, and maybe like when we were like 5 years old, they both showed me that they can do it, and somehow like my memory of the situation made me think that I could do it too. Maybe that's how my brain, rationalized it. 10% though, can you move your ears independently? I mean, without touching them, both of them? If you can, then you're definitely special. You are in the ultra minority. You are in the ultra minority. 90% of us can't. I guess it makes you guys special, but I would argue that 90% being able to not do it, it must mean something. That being said, if I start training and I start working on my earlobes and my ears, and I'm able to do it, so I join the 10%, you 9% can fuck off. Roughly 25% of people can consciously control the tensor tympani muscle and hear a rumbling sound in their ears. The tensor tympani muscle and hear a rumbling sound in their ears. I feel like, I don't know what that's supposed to sound like, but I feel like I can do that though, honestly. I don't know what a rumbling sound is supposed to sound like. Sometimes my ears ring. Now, every single time something happens to you, it could be anything, and you go on WebMD, you what's it called, a prognosis, when you diagnose yourself, you come to the conclusion basically that you're dying. I've done it multiple times. Hey, I'm still alive today, thank God, but when I was able to hear ringing in my ears sometimes, for example right now, there's no ringing. If I focus on the ringing, I can, right now there's no ringing, to be fair, but normally I can focus on the ringing and hear the ringing mad loud. People say it's this and people say it's that. WebMD has told me my ear ringing is multiple things. The worst, of course, is the worst of it all. What am I talking about? Oh yeah, the rumbling sound. I don't know how to even describe that, but I think I'm in that 25%. That's actually a big percentage. A quarter of us. I'm probably in that. How about you? Because I can hear a rumbling sound right now. To be fair, 100% of you guys are in that, unless I edit out this video, because my belly's been rumbling like crazy. So if you can hear rumbling in your ears right now, I thought my belly was going to rumble on cue. That would have been a very, very cool cameo. When I don't need it to rumble, it rumbles. When I need it to rumble, it doesn't. Cool. Nice. Then you're pretty much in the minority, in the majority, in the minority, in the 25% because of my stomach. There it is. Only about 30% of people can visualize images vividly in their mind, while others see little to nothing. Oh my flipping days. Guys, I literally remember hearing not this specific thing, but I heard that most people don't have that voice in their head. If you're reading something in your mind, or if you're just thinking in your mind, normally, there's a voice in your head that you can literally hear. Technically, it's not technical. You can hear it. So, for example, I just said, "Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel" in my head. are a lot of people that don't have that voice. I can't remember what it's called, bro. I don't even want to get too much into it in case some of you guys don't have that voice. But bro, yo, like how different must your life be if you don't have that internal voice? I can't even imagine it. So what, you can't read in your head? You can't have like thoughts of your own? Like your thoughts, like I guess you can feel stuff, but you can't like think through something in your mind. That must be like the craziest feeling, man. Honestly, what is this? 30% of people can visualize images vividly in their mind. I can do that. I think mine is stronger when I close my eyes. So when I close my eyes, of course, all I see is like black and like these like white stuff and white and black, and it's like zebra crossings everywhere, and it's just like it's just a bunch of light. But if I wanted to imagine stuff, I can imagine stuff pretty vividly. I'm very good at visualizing, but I guess most people can't visualize vividly. I guess you can see abstracts, but vivid visualization is hard apparently. I did not realize that either. While others see little to nothing. So even if 70% of people tried to visualize something, let's say you closed your eyes right now, and me personally, let's say I'm visualizing myself going to the toilet. I can easily like open my door and look to the left and see like the landing, and then look to the right to see the toilet, go into the toilet, close the door behind me, the shower's right here, the window's right here, the toilet's in front of me, do my business, get a tissue, flush the toilet. Like I can do that quite simply. This one's kind of crazy to me though. I understand that just because I can do something, it doesn't mean that it's common. But it's also very hard to imagine a world where people can't do the things that you can do. I've realized that. Can you imagine vividly? How vivid are your, not even dreams, your imagination, your visualization? Let's say you were to daydream, how vivid can they get? Apparently not so vivid. Around 2 to 3% of people, that is a heavy minority, have synesthesia, where senses like sound and colour blend together. That is incredible. I wish I was in this 2 to 3%. Well, okay, I say that. I don't really know what that entails. I don't know what that would take away from me and what that would add to my life. If that would be beneficial, if I would hate it, and I wish I wasn't like this. The sound of it, however, sounds absolutely magical though. Sound and colour blend together, so like you can hear certain colours. I think there are certain people that can smell colours and they can smell sounds, and when they hear certain sounds, like their nose does something strange and they can smell smoke because they looked at blue. That, bro, now that I think about it, that could be a mind F, you know. I feel like the order that we have in our lives, because I'm not in this group and I don't think most of you are, the order that we have in our lives, give it order. That's kind of a tautology that describes something as itself. But the order that we have, it gives us structure. So once that is disturbed, it could be actually quite alarming, quite disturbing, quite unsettling, give you a lot of anxiety as well. But I guess it's like deprivation and privation, though. If you never had it and then now all of a sudden you had it, it's kind of the opposite of deprivation. If you've never had it and all of a sudden you have it, you might not like it. But if you've always had it, you don't even know what life is like without it, so you can't really make the judgment. That sounds cool though. This picture that they used to represent it sounds really cool as well. Only 10% of people can naturally touch their tongue to their nose. in all my escapades and adventures of doing that when I was like, I think 9 or 10 years old in year 4 and 5, I don't think I ever did it once, so I'm in the 90%. You guys with long ass tongues, shout out to you, man. Because, man, I was so jealous back in the day when I couldn't. Okay, so it says 10% of people can actually do it. For some reason, in that class, in year 4 and 5, for some reason, everyone could do it but me. So maybe that 10% was in that class, and now they've scattered across the world doing whatever they're doing. Because, boy, like, it felt like I was the only one that couldn't do that. And I wanted to. So I respect you tongue touchers, nose touchers. Salute. But hey, if you can touch your nose with your tongue, but you can't turn your tongue into a U, L. Hold that. Less than 5% of people can consciously slow their heart rate using breathing alone. Less than 5%, again, another minority. Do you know why I feel like this is the case though? I feel like the brain gets anxious. It induces anxiety doing things like this. So, you know, when you tell someone to calm down, have you ever tried to calm down? Let's say you were nervous, let's say you had a panic attack, let's say you were angry. Have you ever tried to calm down? It's like the antithesis. You can't actually calm down by trying to calm down. You will calm down if you do certain things, but if you just try to calm down, it's like it almost reinforces whatever emotion that was calmed up in the first place. So if you're angry and someone told you to calm down, you try to calm down, it makes you angrier. If you were anxious and someone told you to relax, calm down, it will make you more anxious. If your heart rate was beating fast and someone's like, oh, whoa, calm down, it's like your heart rate will remain consistent or beat faster. To slow down your heart by breathing, first of all, there has to be some sort of synchronized activity, because how fast are you supposed to breathe? I mean, I guess you breathe deeply, but how deeply? I guess you breathe slowly, but how slowly? Because if you have less oxygen in your bloodstream, then surely your heart would respond in a way. If I think about this logically, right? If you wanted to slow down your heart rate and you breathe slowly, so less oxygen was in your body, wouldn't your heart rate slow down, or maybe would increase? Whichever one it did, most people can do that, right? Most people can follow that logic. Increased heart rate, breathe fast or breathe slow, because that would equate to slow heart rate. But clearly it's not that simple if only 5% of people can consciously do it. Interesting. About 1 in 10 people, 10% of people can fall asleep instantly on command. My dad downstairs right now is one of those 1 in 10 people in any random room. That guy, I'm so jealous of him. I can be in my bed trying to sleep. You know how you have to pretend to be asleep before you actually fall asleep? My dad, nope. You could be talking to him 1 minute and the next minute you look back and he's snoring. How do you do it? I hear him go to the toilet, go back down to his room and close the door. From the moment he closes the door, within 5 minutes, he's already snoring. Unless he's pretending to snore, which I don't think he's doing. I hope my videos have that kind of impact on you guys, my sweet, sweet voice. As soon as you hear it, you just wanna conk, you just wanna sleep. But any of you that can do it, you guys are lucky. Cause man, there are so many instances, so many times where you have a big day ahead of you, and you know that you've been up late and you've just been you've been bullshitting. You need to sleep because of the big day ahead of you. Yeah, I've said this before, and I think even my last video, when you want to do something, when you need to do something, your body literally doesn't allow you to do it. So when you need to sleep, let's say it's 6 a.m. and you need to wake up by 10, your body will not allow you to sleep for the 4 hours. It won't. But it will start to fall sleepy around 9 a.m. when you need to wake up in 1 hour. It's like, why couldn't you just sleep at 6? Instead, you're sleeping at 9. It's really weird. But these people, these 1 in 10 people, if it's 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 6 a.m., gone like the wind. Lucky. Only a small percentage of people can identify perfect pitch without reference. I don't know what that means, to be honest. What is perfect pitch? What is the reference? What would the reference point be? Is it the perfect pitch of any song, any sound? What does that mean? This one, you guys are gonna have to explain to me, and if I'm editing this video, I might remember and say, oh, I'm gonna God. Oh, that should be fine. I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode when I made this video, just in case it rings out and some of you guys beat me up in the comments because I destroyed your eardrums. But yeah, you guys are gonna have to reference what this means, or while I'm editing this video, maybe I'll remember to Google it. Perfect pitch perfect. Roughly 30% of people can move their toes independently of each other. Do you mean each toe? Because that to me is crazy. I can move my big toe independently. Every other toe, from first to last, it becomes increasingly more difficult. Moving the pinky independently, how do you have control of your pinky toe? How? It's impossible. I think what this should say is roughly 30% of people can move their toes independently of each other, excluding the pinky toe. You can't move your pinky toe, bruh. If you think you can, I'm calling you a liar. You can't do it. You can't do it. And if you think you can, send me a video on IG right now of you moving your pinky toe, and I will make, in my next video, I'm going to shout you out. I'm not going to post the video because that might be embarrassing for you, but I'm going to shout you out and say, you know what, I was wrong. This guy, this girl can move their pinky toe independently by itself, no other toe. I must see no other toes motion. If I see motion from any other toe, including the fourth toe, you are disqualified, and I might just block you for wasting my time. Unless you have some pretty toes and you're a woman, in which case. Okay. How many of these could you guys do? Imagine there's a person that watches this video and is in the can do for every single one of these things, bro. You are the definition of an alien. Barack Obama the other day was referencing how aliens exist. You'd be one of them.